EPRA to the table a couple of times. Albert, have you had the same situation? Have you maybe tried talking to the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority? What exactly has come from that?
Okay, we've been trying to talk to them. And I think it's a high time for government to come in, because it's like, if you ask me, maybe the president and the deputy president, they mean well. But the people who are in the offices, they don't mean well to the Kenyans.
Right.
Yeah, we can say, like the other day, the president had to intervene the issue of the judiciary. Now, if you go to government offices, you see, sometimes you are not treated the way you are supposed to be treated. So to me, going forward, the government should come in and push this parastatal to listen to the Kenyans. Because if you ask me where we are going right now, this is a free we may force the government to introduce the free market.
Right.
So that at the end of the day, we are able to help the Kenyans, the common Kenyans. Because you see, me as a Kenyan, I'll remain in Kenya.
Right.
But the foreigner will go away. So the multinational are eating into us, making sure that the common mwananchi is suffering. So we urging the government that let's sit down, see how to help the locals so that they can thrive in business.
Right.
Yes.
Now, let's just have a breakdown of some of the taxes and levies that are usually incurred when it comes to every single liter of, petrol, or when it even comes to diesel. These numbers are as at, let's say, last year. They're as at last year, and these are the numbers that were being reflected for petrol. Now, when it comes to road maintenance levy, it's around 18 shillings. 18 shillings of every single liter. That is a little bit above 200 shillings. The petroleum development levy is at 5 shillings and 40 cents. The petroleum regulatory levy is at around a quarter shilling. The railway development levy is at 1 shilling and 68 cents, and thank God anti-adulteration levy is at 0 shillings, right? And if we go on with that, we see that also the merchant shipping levy is at 0.03 shillings, which is, it's not really a factor at this point. The import declaration fee is at 2 shillings and 81 cents, and the value added tax, which has been doubled, is at around 30 shillings. So the total taxes and levies is at 79 shillings and 32 cents. We've already said that around 80 shillings usually goes to taxation. The president, when he was being interviewed by, a table of different journalists, had said that some of these levies, some of the price changes is usually not the fault of the government. And taxes aren't generally the fault of the government, but at the end of the day, this is money that comes from your pocket, goes into revenue collection that is supposed to come back and build the country. Now, I want us to touch on a couple of things. When it comes to petroleum development levy, around 5 shillings and 40 cents, what are your thoughts on this, Peter? 5 shillings and 40 cents, petroleum development levy.
Yes, petroleum development levy is supposed to subsidize fuel, such that when the fuel prices go up, we don't need to keep on changing fuel prices every now and then.
Yes.
Because it is catered for by that levy.
Right.
Which now they collect the money, and once now the fuel keep on fluctuating, we have predictable prices.
Right.
So now when we have even the other levies that are not connected with driving, like the railway levy, we have other levies that are levied on the 1 liter. We overburden the liter. And that is why, as a nation, we need to have a discussion, because we might be killing our transport industry and killing business locally by unfair high fuel prices. So what should we do? We should start a debate to see how we can reduce the taxes and increase consumption.
Right.
Because when you reduce the taxes, you have talked about what you call the economies of scale.
Yes.
Where you have a lot of consumption. We used to consume, for your information, 20 million liters every day. But right now it has shrinked. And even if you try to raise taxes, then the more you raise the taxes, the more the revenue collection goes down.
Yes.
So as a nation, we need to speak with, have a national debate on how we are going to be pricing our fuel.
Right.
Whether we require now the unnecessary every month reviews, which are not informed by the importation, because the importation takes almost 3 months. So I don't know what informs every month.
Right.
So we'll be lobbying for the removal of a review for every month, and also lowering of the taxes. You cannot have taxes at 80 shillings for every liter.
Right.